Let's head to Seattle now, where I'm joined by Fred Mednick. He's founder of Teachers Without Borders. It's an organization connecting teachers globally to world-class training materials. He also studied the Gaokao when he lived in China. So give me an idea how it's changed over the years, would you say?
Sure. It's nice to be here. So the Gaokao is about 39 years old, having just been reinstated after the Cultural Revolution, and a lot of things have changed. There are different tests in different provinces now. 14 out of the 31 provinces have a new exam. And there are many ways in which the essay questions have changed. There's now electives from which students can choose. They can take it twice. And there is an attitude and acknowledgement that things have gone awry and crazy as far as the cheating, the industry around cram schools. And so there is some attempt to make sense of an issue of 9+ million kids taking an exam and being judged accordingly. So there are changes afoot.
You talked about cheating. What about renewed efforts to stop the cheating?
Well, I mean, as every stake gets higher, the cheating cleverness improves, and then there are attempts to address them. So they're scanning kids. There was a drone in Henan province with radio signals detecting excess digital activity in the classroom. And there are ways in which they're trying to find how students are working around it. Plus, I think that there is this strange way in which everybody is complicit in this. The testing companies, the parents who are going for an unfair advantage. And it's the poor and the rich alike who are trying to cheat the system themselves by having these kinds of advantages. So as the stakes rise, you know, when they say the traffic stops and you can't honk your horn and flights can't go over testing sites or construction must stop, and make or break feeling, you're going to amp up the efforts for cheating, and then you're going to clamp down on those.
What about the nerves for these kids? I mean, it's a pressure cooker, isn't it?
Well, it's an absolute pressure cooker, and the press and media, of course, are reporting the tragic stories. Kids with IV drips to stay awake, the suicides. But at the same time, there are some reports written by Chinese students about the rigor of the exam and the desire to achieve by these conventional standards. But the pressure is quite high.
What about different provinces having different passing grades? Can you talk to us about that?
Well, you know, the issue of passing grades in different provinces is that they often have different exams. And so it's almost game over at that point. If you have a different test question, which, as you know, the SAT is 90 years old, and so they're constantly refining the question itself. But if you have different test questions, you really do have different results. So the changes are that there are about, I think since 2005, big changes in the number of provinces who have their own thing. And there's no national standard for that. So, you know, it's apples and oranges. But there are ways in which people do say that, for instance, in Inner Mongolia, there's a place where they think the test is easier, and all of a sudden they have these Gaokao immigrants, as they're called, moving in. So, you know, you game the system either way, when you standardize and when you make it flexible.
So many different dimensions. You can really attack this story from so many different angles. Thanks so much for your insight.
If you like what you just saw, follow us on social media and visit our website, cctv-america.com.